Is your husband pulling away, emotionally or physically, and you're left wondering what went wrong? Hi, I'm Michael Flynn, and welcome to Relationship Reset Academy. With over 10 years of experience as a relationship counselor, I've seen how difficult these situations can be for couples. But the good news is, it's possible to reconnect and rebuild your relationship. In today's video, I'll show you exactly what to do when your husband withdraws and how to break the cycle of distance. By the end of this video, you'll have clear steps to reconnect with your husband and understand what's causing this emotional distance. No more guessing, just solutions that work. Before we jump in, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss out on practical tips for improving your marriage. Now, let's get into it. Understanding withdrawal. So, you've probably noticed that your husband has started pulling away, right? Maybe he's becoming distant, not communicating as much, or even avoiding spending time together. It's frustrating, confusing, and can really make you feel like you're losing connection with him. You might even start to question, "What happened?" Or, "Did I do something wrong?" First, let me reassure you, you're not the problem. Sometimes, men withdraw for reasons that have more to do with themselves than with you. This could be stress, feeling overwhelmed, or just needing some space to process emotions. Whatever it is, it doesn't mean he doesn't care about you. But here's the thing, withdrawal doesn't just go away on its own. If you don't act, it can lead to bigger issues down the road. So, what can you do to address this situation? What you can do when he withdraws? Here's where things get practical, and I'm going to give you some clear steps to take. 1. Stay calm and don't take it personally. When your husband withdraws, it's easy to feel like you're being ignored, abandoned, or unimportant. Your mind starts to spiral, asking questions like, "What did I do wrong?" Or, "Has he fallen out of love with me?" It's completely natural to feel hurt and confused. But here's the thing. His withdrawal has nothing to do with your worth or your relationship. It's about him. Men, just like anyone, sometimes need space to process their emotions. And while that can feel like a personal rejection, it often isn't. In fact, when you take a step back and resist the urge to react immediately, it actually gives both of you the space needed to clear your heads and think more clearly. By staying calm, you also show him that you're a stable, understanding partner. This encourages him to eventually come back to you when he's ready. In times like these, the last thing you want to do is escalate the tension by confronting him with your emotions in a high-stress way. Instead, take a deep breath, step back, and give him the time and space he needs. You can then focus on how you're going to reconnect once he's ready. 2. Give him space, but not too much. It may seem counterproductive, but sometimes, the best way to get your husband to open up is by giving him a little space. Now, I know this might feel difficult, especially when all you want to do is fix things right away. But trust me, pressuring him or bombarding him with questions will only make him withdraw further. Giving him space doesn't mean withdrawing yourself emotionally or disconnecting altogether. It simply means giving him room to breathe and allowing him time to sort through whatever he's dealing with. During this time, focus on yourself as well, don't sit around waiting for him to return. But here's where the key lies, don't give him too much space. If you completely disappear emotionally or physically, that could be seen as you withdrawing from him, and that only leads to more disconnection. Find the balance, be emotionally supportive when he's ready, but don't crowd him with constant attempts to talk things through. A lot of times, men need time to process on their own, but they will also appreciate that you're still there, standing by quietly and giving them the emotional space they need. 3. Reignite emotional connection. When he's pulling away, it's tempting to stop putting in the effort because it feels like he's not interested anymore. But here's a powerful truth. The more you withdraw or emotionally shut down, the more distant he becomes. Even in times of withdrawal, it's so important to keep the emotional connection alive. You don't have to make grand gestures, but small acts of love and affection can go a long way. For example, leave him a sweet message or send a text saying, "I'm thinking of you." Compliment him, not just on his appearance but on the things that you admire about his character, his efforts, and the role he plays in your life. This helps him feel seen and valued, even if he's feeling withdrawn. Another simple but effective way to reignite that connection is through touch. If he's receptive, small gestures like holding his hand, a gentle kiss, or even just sitting close together can help bring you back to each other. But the emotional connection isn't just about gestures. It's about being emotionally available when he does decide to engage. So, even if it feels like he's distant, be ready to listen when he's ready to talk. Showing that you're emotionally present and understanding will help rebuild that closeness over time. If you feel unsure about how to express your emotions effectively or how to best reconnect with your husband, visit romancedictionary.com/marriage for helpful resources that can guide you in strengthening your emotional bond. The link is in the pop-up here and in the description below. 4. Reassure him without pressuring him. One of the hardest things to do when your husband is withdrawing is to reassure him without adding pressure. When someone is retreating emotionally, it's easy to feel like you have to talk them out of it, convince them that everything is okay, or try to change their behavior. But here's the deal: pressuring him to communicate when he's not ready only pushes him further away. Instead, offer reassurance in a way that isn't demanding. Let him know that you understand he needs time, but that you're there for him whenever he's ready. You can say something like, "I love you, and I'm here for you whenever you need me." This shows him that you care, but also that you respect his need for space. Remember, reassurance doesn't have to come with expectations. It's about showing him that you're not going anywhere and that he can trust you to give him the space he needs without feeling like you're judging or pressuring him. Over time, these small, non-pressuring reassurances will begin to break down the emotional wall he's put up, making it easier for him to reconnect with you when he's ready. 5. Focus on yourself too. It's easy to get caught up in trying to fix the relationship when things feel off. You might start feeling like it's your responsibility to solve the problem, to make things right, to bring him back. But here's the hard truth: you can't fix someone else. You can only control how you respond to the situation. And in the midst of his withdrawal, one of the most powerful things you can do is to focus on yourself. Take care of your own needs. Engage in activities that make you feel fulfilled and happy, whether that's pursuing a hobby, exercising, or spending time with friends. When you show up as your best self, it not only improves your own well-being, but it also makes you more attractive to your husband. Men are often drawn to women who are confident, independent, and emotionally balanced. So, while he's figuring out what he needs, take this time to pour into yourself. Not only will this help you feel more grounded, but it also prevents you from becoming overly dependent on his emotional availability. And trust me, when you focus on yourself, you'll be in a much better position to support him in a healthy way when the time comes for reconnection. I know this might feel like an uphill battle, but don't lose hope. Relationships have their ups and downs, but with the right approach, you can get through anything. I'm so glad you're here, and I want to encourage you to keep taking action. If you're ready to learn even more about strengthening your marriage and reigniting that spark, don't forget to check out the amazing resources at romancedictionary.com/marriage. Trust me, you'll find some incredible tools there to keep building your dream relationship. The link is in the pop-up here and in the description below. If you found this video helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how things are going in your relationship and what steps you're taking to create a stronger bond. Stay strong, stay committed, and keep resetting your relationship, one step at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.